Hey Aussie Gamers, welcome to episode 30 of the Aussie Gamers Podcast, the podcast that is 100% gluten-free. I am the host that can boast the most roast, LewkOne, and joining me today as usual is the back-in-action Reprimere.
Hey guys.
Also, there's a new PC owner in town named Thorncliff.
Hey, how you going, guys?
And last but not least, the Recalcitrant iNsaneMilesy.
Howdy, everyone.
Right, and joining us today, we have a very special guest. I would like to give a warm welcome to Sandi.
Hi guys.
Yay!
Yay!
Clap for me.
I was gonna insert a clap track, but I don't have to now. We get claps for real in real time.
Congratulations, you're the first person that somebody's clapped to on this podcast.
It's because I'm a woman. Everyone has to be nice to me.
No, we don't, bitch.
Yeah, because you're a woman.
It works in MMOs.
Can I, take you on a date to the local tavern and we can swap stories about slaying trolls and stuff? Will you be my in-game wife?
Look, we've got one girl on the
I'm
podcast.
serious,
Stop hitting on her. I can already see what the theme of the show is going to be. Who am I echoing through? Somebody not using headphones?
Enthusiasm. Where were we? Continue.
Okay. Let's go on with the show, shall we? Sean, tell us about your week.
I got a new PC.
Yay!
Oh.
Yay.
Yeah, I got one clap there, I think.
What kind of PC?
I'll give you one.
Yay! It's all
Not
new,
an ex-government
all new stuff.
refurbished one, is it?
No, brand new.
Tell us about
From
it.
the shop.
You mean from the town?
6-core i7, I think. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah.
Does it play games good and
It's
stuff?
like,
Yes, it does.
it's like me.
Yeah,
I know,
that's all you need it for.
I know I've got a good PC, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It plays.
Forgetting. Yeah, it's got a 6-core i7 AMD, a 2 terabyte hard drive, 4 gig. It's 4 or 8 gig NVIDIA
You're telling
card.
us the story, man.
Yeah, 16 gigabyte of RAM. It's a lot better, and it actually doesn't shut down when you just turn anything on in it, like my old computer.
It sounds very similar to mine. I think that's pretty close to my specs.
Yeah, it's what's it, that DDR3 or 4 or something RAM in
So
it.
it's not GDDR?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Does that exist? Does that exist, Jason?
I turned it on, it starts. So yeah.
That's pretty
So
much
you're usually a console gamer?
Yeah, but I'm starting uni next month, so I needed a new PC. So I
Going back to school with the kids.
do that. Yeah. You know what? I need to pass kindergarten sometime.
You just signed up to uni just to give you an excuse to buy a new computer, didn't you?
Yeah. He's even doing it right. He's giving himself a gaming computer.
Has been found.
What did you say, Sean? Alright.
Hey, one of my units that I need, my ulterior motive has been found out. I've actually got to do a module in my uni that is called computer games, so I need to play computer games for it. How awesome is that?
So, do you want me to do your homework for you?
I don't need to.
Jason, you
Yeah.
do the entire syllabus in a night.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, so there's that, and yeah, just been starting to download all my stuff from Steam that I had. So I got Homefront, Metro 2033, Fear 3. While I've been doing that, I've been playing Minecraft. So I've been using the NVIDIA card to its full purpose.
He finally gets a leading edge PC and he tests it all out with Minecraft.
Yeah, that's how everybody does it.
I've
these
been
days.
bored waiting for everything to download, so yeah.
I asked my cousin the other day what he would buy if he had $1 million. He's 6 years old, and he said he would buy 100 copies of Minecraft.
You'd be rich. Then you could sell each for $20 each, and oh my god.
Well, you buy them for around 30.
He has big dreams.
Yep.
What else?
Yeah, that's nothing really.
You're finished?
Yeah.
Good, it was
I
getting
go to
boring.
bed at like 7 o'clock at night, so
Yeah.
I don't do much. Yeah.
Alright then, done with you. Jason, tell us about your week.
I just recently recovered from my gaming-induced psychotic, whatever it was about listening through walls and stuff. I solved that problem by
Trying to
listen
listen.
PlayStation and The Last of Us to my mate. What is this?
Huh?
What did you say?
Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. You continue.
I fixed it by lending my PlayStation 3 and The Last of Us to my mate for the week.
Are you serious? You did that?
Yeah, I did that.
You are at the same time the most generous, nice person as well as the dumbest moron I've ever known. Continue, sir idiot.
So flawless fool. So yeah, my mate's been enjoying that. I only just recently finished it. I also grabbed the Deadpool game, and started downloading it and finished in the morning, and then the next morning it broke street date as I went into town to go and do shopping and stuff.
You went to Wagga, not to town.
Shut
Town is a hole is a town.
For those that don't know, we've been having a week-long argument via the admin chat on the Facebook page about people from Wagga and stuff and places like that calling the towns town. Going to town. It's not a very metropolitan
Down to
thing
the
to say.
shops.
Yeah, going to the shops, most people say. But Jason says I'm going into town, so that's what the little in-joke is there. Continue, Jason. You went to town.
Oh, so many innuendos.
He went to
Yeah,
town
I
by
pretty much made
himself.
his mind explode during the week, so...
So Jason went to town by himself.
Yeah, I went into town, and Deadpool had broken like street date by one day on Steam, and I was like, oh really? I could have been home playing Deadpool, but I want to go
Instead
home.
of being out in public where there's people.
Instead of being in
sunlight.
town. But yeah, when I got home, I pretty much fired up the game straight away, and I
Went to town on it.
I guess you could say that. I played it for about 4 hours straight. That game is really good. It's exceptional. Gameplay is but quotes and all that stuff, and just general Deadpool is really good.
Wait, so you've just said that the game is exceptional. Do you mean like amazing?
It's amazing, like the gameplay,
But then-
you get used to it after a bit.
So then you've followed by saying that the gameplay is meh.
Yeah, like when you want to do something with the action keys being on the same thing, so your teleport, like your dash sort of thing to get away out of enemies, is also the same as your counter button. So if you try to dash away from enemies shooting at you, you'll also counter the people that are trying to melee you instead, therefore getting you killed. Because I'm playing it on the highest difficulties.
Right.
Yeah, and I found out I had to remap all my keys to everything to do with combat on my mouse, and everything to do with moving and interacting on my keyboard.
Welcome to my world. I have to do that every single time I play a keyboard mouse game too.
yeah, you do. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, just playing Deadpool, playing a game here and there, such as I've been going through some Splinter Cell games on PC, and that's pretty much it, yeah.
Alright, let's just do a bit of a sound test. A bit of an issue with Skype at the moment. Who's still in the call?
Jason.
Me, James.
And me.
Am I here?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're all good.
Yeah.
We're all good. We're just, Skype was having a bit of whinge saying that there was a problem with this call, but it fixed itself.
General
Disregard.
Skype.
Alright, Jason,
That could be me.
it might be. Let's just say it's you.
Blame the woman.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to blame you because you're the special guest.
Problem with women, they're so self-deprecating, and then they blame us.
Anyway, Jason, are you done?
Yep. done
Wait,
now.
I got a question for Jason.
Okay.
Deadpool. I'm a massive Deadpool fan, but I've never been a fan of superhero video games,
Yep.
other than Arkham Asylum. I haven't been hearing too good things about Deadpool.
It has a story, but it's loosely plotted to, because being Deadpool, he changes the story as he goes along. But it is really good. I enjoyed the heck out of it, especially every time you work. Gameplay-wise is there's a good mix between ranged combat, melee combat, and combos. Like, if you melee combo somebody long enough, you can actually just spam the shoot button with your ranged attack, and he'll actually auto-fire at enemies around him in just a general Deadpool way by, like, jumping up and doing flips and stuff and just randomly shooting at them. And the momentum... For some reason, he doesn't say bang bang in the game. Which I really got annoyed at, because I was hoping that the momentum ability that you get by, like, pushing Shift B or whatever it is on your controller, you build up momentum by getting combos and their special abilities. So if you upgrade a weapon, you can actually unlock more special abilities. And there's one called the Equalizer, where he just sort of pulls the guns up, shoots them in random directions, and he doesn't say bang bang. I was like, why does he not say it there?
I think I've known Jason for the longest, and I know him quite well enough to translate what he's trying to say. The game's absolutely shit, but it's funny.
Oh no, the combat is actually it flows decently.
Okay, well I'll rephrase that. Jason has no fucking idea, but it's funny.
Compared to Batman, you know.
It's not as good compared to Batman. Nowhere near. I haven't played a game that can really rival Batman's combat.
Yeah, so instead of making a cheap game to cash in on the name, they should have just copied Batman and made it Deadpool and just added the funny parts into it. We would have been happy, so.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's still a recommended game, Deadpool. It's
just wait till it goes down in price.
Well, it's only $30 on Steam.
Yeah.
It's probably reasonable. But it's only about 6 hours of campaign, isn't it?
Yeah, I finished it in 5 hours. Well, 4.5 hours, and then played the challenges. I played about 3 hours worth of the challenge mode.
Does it have multiplayer?
No.
Wow.
Moving on. Thank you for that, Jason. It was very
You're
insightful.
All right, are you done, Jason?
Yep, done.
All right, Milesy, tell us about your week. Did you do anything?
Yeah, applying for jobs, filling out paperwork, playing some video games.
No, tell us more about the jobs. We don't care about the video games.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Paperwork. Yes.
Tell us about the paperwork. Was it A4? Was it 80 GSM?
You shut up, you paperwork Nazi.
Was it red
Carbonated.
pen?
I'm filling out
black
paperwork
pen, blue
because
pen?
I'm applying for the Army Reserve here in Victoria. And obviously you have to do all the paperwork for that. Also, a mate who works at JB Hi-Fi.
You have a mate that works for JB Hi-Fi?
Yeah, he's a music advisor. His name's Sean. Figures. Hello, Sean. He'll never
Hi,
listen to this.
Sean.
Everyone give Figures a shout out. Hey, Figures.
Hi, Figures. Hi, Sean. I just want to say I've never met you before, but I love you so much. I'm going to call you later about some purchases.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's a music advisor at JB Hi-Fi. They had 2 full-time positions open up.
Music advisor.
Yeah, he's the
Eat
music
a dick,
advisor.
Sean. See you, Figures.
He can get anything there at store at costs. But yeah, 2 full-time positions opened up, and he said he'd get me an interview, which is great because it's pretty much impossible to find any interim work at the moment here. So, one's for a storeman position, the other one's for customer service. So hopefully I get either one of those, and I'll be happy. And
Geez,
then,
you'd be
Don't
good
go
in
into being a storeman.
customer service would be right up your alley.
hey, I'm actually a very good customer service officer.
Excuse me, I can't read your name tag. Is it James? James, whereabouts is the gaming section? Well, if you use your fucking eyes, you'll see that it's right over there.
Wait, what are you interested in? PlayStation or Xbox? Well, let's think about getting the Xbox One. No, fuck that. Get PlayStation 4. Much better off with that. Forget about Xbox. It's gone downhill. And then I start crying inside, because I'm so disappointed. But yeah, hopefully that works out and I'll have a job. And I got offered a car by a friend of mine. She also is a fan of the page, Nissa. Thank you very much.
It's stolen.
Thank you. Her dad's a police officer in Victoria, so I doubt it.
I'm pretty sure you could
Impounded. It was impounded.
Maybe.
It's still stolen when you steal it off criminals.
just take this out of the evidence.
Doesn't mean two negatives make a positive.
Anyway, it wasn't stolen, but yeah, she offered that to me, so I've got to wrangle the money together for that, and
How much
I'll have
is
a car.
How much is it?
$4,000 for
$4,000.
2002 Mitsubishi Lancer. It's only done 80,000 k's.
Oh, she's ripping you, man.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know. We can have words. It's alright. But, yeah, thank you for that. So that's my second shout out. Yeah, it's a pretty boring week, man. Just paperwork and had a new housemate move in, so finally got that sorted out.
Oh, housemate.
Seems like a good bloke, so.
Oh, good bloke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until he starts using your toothbrush.
To clean the toe jam out of his toes.
Anyway, moving on.
You come home one day and he's wearing ladies' underwear.
What do you do?
Sean's dream.
What do you do?
What do you do?
I respect your decision and your lifestyle.
But can you please put
I'm just going to my room.
But can you please put my panties back in my room where they belong?
Spit in your mouth.
Oh dear.
Who's next?
LewkOne's next.
Who's that? Oh, it's
One.
you.
Who's that guy?
That's me. I played
Yay!
So who's Luke 2? Luke 3.
Alright, this is not in chronological order because I just had to handwrite all this stuff in around the other bits that I'd already printed off on my script. But I played Battlefield 3 today for about 3 hours.
And you used this keyboard and mouse.
I used the keyboard
Such a
and
savage. Use a controller.
Yeah. No.
You're always going on, just like me, how we hate using the keyboard and mouse and it sucks.
Yeah, well, see, with Battlefield 3, it's kind of a bit strange. It has Xbox controller compatibility, but only partial.
Yeah.
So, like, say for example, you'll be, using the sticks to move around. You'll go up to something, and then it'll prompt up on the screen saying press E to, whatever. I'm like, I'm sitting in front of my TV, my keyboard's all the way over there, and I gave up and just thought, you know what?
It's usually B on controllers.
No, it doesn't work at all. I promise you,
Wow.
It does not work. So
That's stupid.
I gave up and thought, you know what, I'll just play with the keyboard and mouse. And I've been using my gaming mouse. And for the first time ever, I actually used the on-the-fly sensitivity changery buttons.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're playing it, like when you're as a little dude and you've got the gun in front of you, as you do in a first-person shooter, I put it on the least sensitive possible. But then, when you get put into the tanks, it's real sluggish. So then I up the sensitivity, and it's really fast. It's really good. So I've been using that. I hadn't played that game other than a quick go of it on the Xbox, I think it was. I borrowed Jason's copy. That game is really, really good looking on the PC. That's crazy good. And it's kind of fun too, and the storyline's pretty good. It does make the Call of Duty games look terrible, which is fair enough. I also played World of Tanks. Did anybody else get that this week?
I wanted to.
I was going to get it.
One at a time, you'll break
5
the
gig or
internet.
something, wasn't it?
Miles, you go. Did you get it?
Yeah, me first. It was 5 gig or something, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have time to download this right now. And there was no controller support for it, and then I read somewhere on the internet that it's coming to Xbox 360 in a month or something, so I thought I'd just wait. So
Jason, did you
free
get it?
too. So.
Yeah, I haven't actually went in to actually get it because I've had a look around at it, have a look at some gameplay over it and all that, and I'm just and ahhing. I'm probably
Holy
gonna
shit,
grab
dude!
it
It's
tonight.
free. What do you? What?
Yeah, but it just adds to the collection of games that I've got for practically free.
Oh, heaven forbid you
I need to make
spend
some room on my
nothing.
PC. I need to make some room on my PC because currently I've used up quite a bit of my computer's memory just with PC games because I've got 70 gig left on my hard drive.
Oh, look, cry me a
out of
river.
1 terabyte.
Is anybody going to play this game with me?
I'll start downloading it tonight.
Shut up, Jason. Sean, are you getting it, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to get it.
Awesome, we'll
Give it
play
a go.
together. I want to shoot tanks.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that game makes me want to shoot them. Probably because it's all about shooting tanks.
Did you see the picture about there's apparently going to be World of Ships as well? There's going to be a naval...
That'd be
version.
interesting, like, because you don't really not going to be moving that far, so a lot of it'll be like, okay, moving the cannon, setting up, shot, like, bang! I sunk your battleship.
So you're interested in ships, but not tanks.
Oh, I'm interested in both.
Not you, I'm talking to Milesy.
Oh.
Army, Navy, Air Force, it's all cool, man.
You're a weird person.
Do you have ship models as well?
I used to when I was little, because my dad was in the Navy, but...
In the Navy.
We can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. Anyway.
Yeah.
I build models. Oh no, I'm so depressed about it.
Hey, shut up. This is
it's a
my
very
time.
enjoyable hobby.
The spotlight's on me now, man. You had your chance. All you did was...
And stop bringing it back to me.
All you
Obviously,
did
you're
was
obsessed with
paperwork.
me in some manner.
Shut up. Alright, I spent 2 nights in the city.
Really? Red light district?
There were red lights.
Soliciting for men in cars?
Shut up. I wasn't there.
Undercover? We're undercover?
I was in Sydney City. I wasn't in Melbourne with you.
Hey, baby! Were you looking for, like, a trick?
Anyway, I'll tell you about the gaming-related things that I did, not the other things that were a little bit different. I bought...
Did they involve bows?
Which one of you guys posted that? I couldn't look at it. I just went past it.
Bows on appendages.
Wow, what the fuck?
Alright. We can't go on tangents. Nobody else knows what you're talking about, so shut up. I bought Pilotwings Resort for my Nintendo 3DS. Did anyone play that when it was out on the 64?
Yeah, I used to love playing Pilotwings.
Yeah, it's just the same. It's the same game, really. Just probably not as big because it's on a handheld, but it's really cool. I enjoyed playing that game. It made the train trip seem like 10 minutes. That's for sure on the way back. So I got that, picked that up. That was really cool. I also got I put a bunch of photos on the page as well. A hard-covered comic thingy of the Avengers.
Trade paperback or a hardcover?
No, it's a hardcover.
Yeah, hardcover. It's got a name. Call it what it is.
Isn't that what I said?
Hard thingy. It's not a... Hard
He
thingy?
said hardcover.
Hardcover thingy?
Hardcover
I'm
thingy.
coming to the defense here.
Yeah, thank
Omnibus? Was it an omnibus?
Yeah, we're all in Luke's defense here. You should stop.
Milesy, you've got too much anger. What's going on? Anyway, this hardcover thingy, I literally don't even know what it's about. It's got the
book.
It's got the Avengers on the front, and it was really cheap. So I went, hey, that looks really cool. I'm going to get it and read it.
What storyline was it?
Sorry, say that again.
What storyline was it?
Look, I don't know. What can I tell you? It says Avengers Fear Itself. And it holds, I don't know if it's like excerpts or a compilation, or it looks kind of cool, but it was only $10. It was in the little specials bin, and I grabbed it.
Nice.
That looks pretty cool.
Good writer. Brian Michael Bendis, very good writer. John Romita Jr., very good artist.
And Bacalo and Diodato.
I think they're the colorists, maybe.
That's the
Yeah, but the first 2 guys are the important ones.
Okay.
So you got a good book there, man.
Did you Google it? Did you?
Milesy, the comic book connoisseur.
I hope you
yeah.
Googled it. You don't know that just by what
That's why
it's
the
on.
ladies love me.
Nothing
And
to
that's
do
what
with
you
your
think.
large penis.
I know, right?
Or the fact that you apparently look like the new Superman.
Yeah, apparently. I was getting a lot of stares coming out of the cinema.
Sure, whatever. I searched, there's about, 6 EB games and JB Hi-Fi's just literally in the city in walking distance. And I looked at every single one of them and couldn't find a copy of Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. That game's like hen's teeth, just can't find it.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for that. If anybody has any hints and tips on how to get my hands on a copy of that game, please let me know.
He will
There's
do
a copy in
literally
the Kmart down
anything.
here.
I repeat, anything.
eBay.
So apparently I have to fly to Melbourne, go to Kmart. Is it new or... Oh, well, they don't do used, do they, in Kmart?
Yeah, it's a new one. I've got it too, but you're not getting your hands on that one.
All right. So you got a 3DS?
I do indeed.
Oh, awesome. You're the only one, I think.
It is amazing.
Well, not in the world. Obviously, I think they sold more than 2.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Clearly.
Can't say much else for the Wii U's, though.
Well, you and I have got one, Jason, so there's 2 got sold.
I'm not even sure what a Wii U looks like. I've got to Google that. I don't think I've actually seen the
They're
console.
not that bad.
I've seen the controller, but I haven't seen the console. So.
The console's not
What
important.
really annoys me with the Wii U is you can only have one gamepad connected to it. Like, you can't actually connect 2 at the same time.
Yeah, it doesn't. It wouldn't have enough
that's what it looks
processing speed or whatever. It would go crazy trying to render 3 screens.
Yeah.
Because there's no actual, what do you call it, CPU in the controller. It's everything that's done. Everything is done on the console and streamed across to that controller. So it's got no brains.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason I know that is because I remember Sony were talking their PS Vita up and saying how when they've got it, their Vita has got like a CPU in it and all that. So when they're doing their remote play, some of the stuff can be processed on there. Whatever. Moving on.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's all I did. Oh, I bought the 3rd episode. Oh, and it's already falling off my wall. I just turned around and had a look. I was going to mention I bought the 3rd part of The Last of Us American Dreams comic, which is the prequel to the game. And I bought I don't know, what would you call it, like a mounting sort of thing for the comics to put it up on the wall. And I mounted it this afternoon.
A wall mount?
A wall mount? Yeah, all right.
Yes.
Maybe.
A mount that goes on the wall is a wall mount.
If you want to use fancy terms. Is that hyphenated?
I'd call it less hassle.
That's hyphenated, so that's fancy words. But it's already half fallen off the wall. One of the hooks I put up.
I'd call that a job well done.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to use sticky tape.
I'm going to take a photo of it the way it's sort of crooked on the wall.
Sound like quite the handyman, dude.
Well, it was the stupid. What are they called? Those 3M
3M command hooks.
Yeah, those things. And
where you pull the tab at the bottom to take it off.
Yeah, one's
the stretchy tab.
One's come off. Anyway, so I bought that. I bought the 3rd one, third part of 4, and I mounted the thingy. But half a job.
The thingy.
Half a job. I really don't like the name wall mount. What can I say?
He's intimidated by the wall mount.
Shut up.
See, yeah, you posted pics on the page.
Yes, I did. I also wanted to say thank you to Dylan Bartlett for his kind words about the show. He sent us a message and told us about how great we are.
Is somebody echoing?
Yeah, I can hear echo too.
Yeah, I can hear
Who hasn't got headphones on? Oh, no one wants to come clean.
Blame it on Chapo.
Chat. Jeez.
That's gone now.
On your comic book thing, I got the first episode of that on the iPad.
Yeah.
Not impressed.
Oh, you don't like it?
No.
Oh, what don't you like about it?
I think it's just all over the shop. I'm just bringing it up now.
What do you mean it's all over the shop?
The
story or the format or?
I just don't like the story, I guess.
Oh. I like it because there are a couple of things, because I read the first 2 before I played the game, because obviously the 3rd one wasn't out yet. And there were things that they mentioned in the game that I only knew about because I read the first 2 comics. Which I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil. It's not really spoiling stuff, but I don't want to mention it anyway for people that want to read the comics and play the game, but there are links from the comic in the game because it's made by the actual writers. Oh well, if you don't like it, my advice to you: don't buy any more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
it's
the
good. These
first one
things
was
give a
free
good
or something,
backstory.
wasn't it?
Right.
It's only like 20 pages or something.
No, the first one was 99 cents, and then the rest of them I think are $3.99 or something, $4.99.
So look,
$3.99
number 2 is $1.99.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say.
$1.99.
Right. So $1.99.
Oh.
I was going to say, like, do you think they actually lend merit to add to the rich storytelling of that particular game? Because I know other games have released comic book adaptations and they haven't been quite so good. In your opinion, do you think The Last of Us adaptations have really added to the story and given you more insight?
Yeah, I think so. Well, look, the comics basically just give you a heads up as to the type of person that Ellie is and why she is the way she is. Because it shows... see, I don't want to say too much because it just shows...
Yeah, don't say too much. I've only just started it.
Yeah, it just shows the origins of Ellie and where she came from and when she met certain characters and things like that. And like I was saying, there are bits that are linked to the game. Like you'll play the game and you'll be playing it and you're like, oh yeah, I remember what she's referring to then because it doesn't happen in the game, but I read it in the comic. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yep, definitely.
Okay. And just to correct myself, the actual physical comics are $3.99 each. But I think if you download the Dark Horse app on like iOS or whatever, I think the first one's 99 cents.
Yeah, first one's 99 cents, second one's $1.99, and third one is $4.99.
There you go. So
I'm gonna have to read those.
it's all costing me double because I'm buying the actual physical copies, but not reading them, just storing them, and then downloading a digital copy of them to read. So I'm making up for other pirating things that I've done by paying double to things that I really appreciate.
This $1.99 will make up for the thousands and thousands of dollars in illegal downloads that I've done.
Well, I don't do thousands and thousands of illegal downloads. I watched every season of the Game of Thrones. I did download every single season, but from iTunes, and I paid for them.
So you're a sucker then.
I stream them from the website.
I also purchase music as well. I download music that I've paid for. So I'm a good boy.
Yep.
Okay, that and probably about 4 years ago I got an email from my internet service provider forwarding on an email from a movie production company warning me to stop downloading their movies or they're gonna sue me.
Right.
No, seriously, I got an email.
No, I got one of those too from downloading an episode of Da Vinci's Demons from TPG about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, well,
I got one for South Park.
Yeah, they won't actually do anything. It's just their way of fucking.
I've got one for Star Wars.
They're going to put fear into your soul.
oh, so
What was it?
everyone's getting these emails.
Repeat that again, Sandy, please.
Nah. I got one for Star Wars Born.
She's repeating herself and you won't shut up. Go, what?
I said it twice now. Come on.
I heard
Want it
Star
again.
Wars.
I heard My Little Pony. Are you downloading My Little Pony?
Pardon?
Was it My Little Pony you were downloading? Hannah Montana.
Far from it.
It was Hannah Montana, wasn't it? iCarly?
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Me neither, I don't know, I just made that up.
Something women are supposed to watch.
No, it's a kid's show. I mean, I don't know what it is. They just
Star Wars Fun Times.
What's that?
To his daughter. So, what's this? What's happening on this week's episode? Come on! What did I miss out on? You know?
What's Star Wars Fun
Well, this
Times?
week Dora goes to his.
Oh my God,
friend.
Milesy.
We're not talking about Mexicans.
What is that? What is that show? What is it?
Dora the Explorer.
No, God! Oh,
Star Wars pornography.
Star Wars
Sandy.
fun time.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
How so? Tell me more.
I can't go into
they
much
use their
detail. My
lightsabers
6-year-old
in a
cousin's
total-
outside.
Star
Use their
Wars.
lightsabers in a
fun
totally
time.
different way to what you're thinking.
Is that what it's called? Fun time? Is it?
Anyway.
Is it Star Wars Fun Time that it's called?
No.
What'd you call it?
That was just my my old
It's called
way.
Time to Use Force.
I'm confused. If there's Star Wars porn, I want to know what it is, where it is.
Does definitely exist. I can tell you that.
Oh, you know what? You know, I learnt something this week, and it's got something to do with this. It can be used in this context. Help me out. Is it Rule 34 or something on the internet? Rule 34.
Sure that,
If something exists, there is porn of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So no matter what it is, like if it's Chewbacca, there's Chewbacca porn.
Chewbacca! Oh my god, everyone says it wrong. It's
you.
Chewbacca!
It's Chewbacca.
Chewie.
Sorry, don't get me started on Star
Chewbacca.
Wars.
That's
I'm
his
a nut.
porn name.
Chewbacca.
Chewie's his porn name.
Yeah, but
No, Chewbona.
yeah, but I don't yell at Americans when they pronounce. Sandy, I don't yell at Americans when they pronounce things differently. It's all pronunciation. Tomato, tomato.
You ever heard of Wookiee, mate? Anyway, whose turn is it to tell us about their week next?
Sandy's.
I think it's Sandy's turn.
Hi.
We know what you've been doing. Look at Star Wars porn.
That's what she was
Say no
doing.
more, say no more.
Chewbona over there.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead. Floor's yours.
What?
No pressure. Floor's yours. Yeah.
Well, I recovering from that last moment there. I've just recently moved from Melbourne, and I was a week without any consoles or computer, so I took up knitting.
Okay.
It seemed like a reasonable alternative, but no, I've pretty much just been knitting and looking after my dogs, since we've got 5 of them here. Playing the ocarina.
Nice.
It's a new hobby of mine.
Yeah.
I bought a replica of the Ocarina of Time, and I've been learning all the Zelda songs.
I learned how to do one on my mate's
On the ocarina.
ocarina.
But this is better than the one that actually came with the 3DS Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Is that the same one?
Yeah, I bought a proper one from Songbird Ocarinas.
So does yours let you go through time?
Yeah, you'd remember that one.
Yeah, I remember that one. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I wish it did. But,
So if you sing the Water Temple song, does it start raining outside?
I pretend it does. But no, yesterday I got my my computer, PS3, 64, and did I say 360? I got them all set up, and I finally started playing The Last of Us, and you're all going to hate me for this, but I got the new Sims 3 expansion pack, and I've mostly been playing that. There's mermaids!
No, we don't hate. I'm actually a good fan of The Sims. I like building the house.
Yeah, I've been a decent fan of The Sims. I haven't played them in years though, but
Yeah, but then I do really cruel stuff like locking the kids inside the walls. And
yeah,
that's what
Putting them in a
to
pool
do.
without the ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I preferred SimCity though over.
They like make a house of 1,000 corpses.
The house is just a massive graveyard.
Yeah.
When the first Sims came out, I actually like the first Sims, no expansion packs or anything. Maxis had just brought out like the base game, and that was it. I played that for 26 hours straight.
Impressive. She needs a round of applause for that.
I don't know if that's sad or impressive, but
Yeah,
Just call it both. Be on the safe side.
Yeah.
It turns into that two-faced thing where you've played it that much, where you either die a hero or play long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah.
And when you do finally pass
these
out,
people
wake
are
up,
really
get up
giving
to,
me the shits and just kill everybody.
and then you start like living your real life like you're in The Sims and say, I got to go to work to be an astronaut and come back home and stargaze and then get, taken up by aliens.
Oh my god! And I was playing Skyrim, and I actually got an arrow to the knee.
Wow!
It's an insta-kill, isn't it?
I couldn't stop laughing.
Did you feel an overpowering urge to go and tell that to everybody in the town?
Yeah.
I was an adventurer like you till I got an arrow to the. I remember when that first came out, and it was actually an insta kill on your character if you got an arrow in the knee.
Right.
Really? What?
Yeah. Yeah, it was the
I started
only
playing that
insta-kill
again the other day, so...
I can still say that I have only killed one thing in Skyrim, and that is a chicken.
And then
everybody killed
And
you.
then everyone in the town hated
Yeah.
him.
Well, actually...
Oh no, you killed two things. You killed a main plot character.
Yeah, but after I killed the chicken, I did try to defend myself, so I may have killed some other things, but the first thing that I remember killing was a chicken. And
I went around killing as many chickens as I could, hoping I would get an achievement or
fucking
something
horrible
for
person.
killing them all. No.
Well, there was an achievement like that in Fable, I think, where you walk around and kick the chickens as a kid, and you got chicken kicker.
Chicken kicker. It was chicken kicker. You had to kick it over
What
100
about the
yards.
crazy chickens in Ocarina of Time?
Oh yeah.
You'd hit them and then they'd start glowing red and attack you all over the place.
Yep.
They were
I think
insane.
we brought that up in a previous podcast, and we talked about it for about 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Chapo brought that up. I remember that. Yeah.
I heard Fable's not a true story.
Wow.
Really? Our world's just been shattered to a million pieces.
Well, shit. There goes the planet.
Wow.
My whole life was a lie.
So I'm not really descended
I
from the
guess you could
Kings
say
of
it was a
Albion.
fable.
Yeah, that was the joke.
Fable fail.
Way to recycle my joke using different words. Well, no, you didn't even. You said the same thing.
Exactly. But then again, two wrongs don't make a right.
Shut up, you. All right, Sandy, what else? What have you done?
I've been playing some Riptide. I've got to say,
Oh, what do you play that on?
I'm kind of disappointed with that game.
What do you play it on?
60.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't help you there. Oh, I can't. Yeah.
I was originally a PS3 only game. Like, I had only played Sony and, well, before that, Atari and the 64. But, yeah, then the Star Wars limited edition came out for the 360, and I was like, gotta get it! So, yeah, I converted to the 360. But,
that
yeah,
was
I've been
the
playing
worst game ever.
Connect Star
Riptide.
Wars.
No, Connect Star Wars.
I actually really enjoyed it, and the dancing, it was fun.
Yeah. I enjoyed it quite a bit when I first played it.
He's Han Solo!
Yes,
Han Solo! Han Solo!
Han Solo
Yeah, the
really
music
so
was
dope.
pretty clever.
Are you serious?
It was! Come on! Give me some credit. But
God.
I'm kind of
It sounds
biased
like
when
a
it comes
Weird
to
Al
Star
Yankovic
Wars. I love...
album.
Like Chewbacca doing the Wookiee shuffle.
It was the Wookiee hug, I think, actually.
I'd like to see what's on your your playlist on your iPod or whatever if you've got one.
The most played soundtrack I have is the Star Wars soundtrack.
Oh,
I listen to it when I walk with the dogs.
Oh my god.
Imperial March. Only because I think I'm evil in this
You know
place.
what? I reckon
Probably.
after everybody listens to this podcast, we're going to have a lot of likes on our page.
I think we predicted that last week.
Yeah, I know, but you made that... Well, you probably knew more than we did, but it's like... No, I'm not even going to say what I was about to say. I'll keep that to myself.
Go on.
I'll take that to the grave.
No, I want to hear it now.
Oh, tough shit. It's my podcast.
Oh, then.
I'm so polite to my guests.
I think he's trying to say you're fitting in quite well.
Yes.
You know?
We're doing real...
And when I first came on board, I fitted in like a latex glove, apparently, so...
like a latex...
We'll come up with something for you.
Specifically latex.
Like a finger with a with a latex glove over it.
Like a fingerless glove. Finger-only glove?
That would be hard to put on.
Was it lubricated?
The single finger.
Oh, I know. Just so you guys know, we're about like 45 minutes into the show and we're still in talk shit.
And
Not that happened. Not that hasn't happened before. Anything else, Sandy?
Look, that can be it. I was just going to say before that I'm glad I didn't join in on the Bioshock Infinite episode when you guys were saying that you didn't enjoy it because I am biased when it comes to Bioshock, and yeah, I was actually raging when I was listening to it. I was talking to my mum because she was listening to it with me, and we were having conversations about it, and that it was really good I wasn't in that episode.
LewkOne, who has played and not liked it.
Yeah, well, look, I'll speak for myself. I do think that I've got a high opinion of the game, and that opinion is that it's shit.
I'm still halfway through, so I've yet to finish it, so I'm still very optimistic about it.
I thought the ending was incredible. Like, I was yelling at the TV.
I don't know.
Come on.
It was just a drag. I was just like, oh, I'm doing the same shit over and over and over again.
Did you pay attention to the story?
I tried to.
Yeah, I know, so I got distracted too easy.
Yeah.
I
was like,
I
spent
the
about
very
5
first game.
minutes at the start just watching the barbershop quartet singing on the floating airship.
There was a barbershop quartet?
Yeah, it's in the carnival.
Wait, there's an airship?
See? Oh my god, you have to pay attention to the game. Like, Bioshock is very involved in its storyline.
No, Sandy, the game needs to earn my attention.
Yeah. What could you do for me?
Yeah. No, look, I played it and wasn't impressed. Moving on. Because it's a shit game. Alright.
I think you've made an enemy there.
What do we do now? News?
Yeah, I guess so.
Where's my sound effect? I'm in the wrong folder. Damn it! Shut up.
You're in the wrong now.
We've successfully done this once.
Once too many. Alright, got a few bits and pieces of news. Naughty Dog is planning to release a patch for The Last of Us that removes a poster that is displayed in the game. Have any of you guys heard anything about this?
I saw this.
Yes. Real porn numbers.
Yeah!
Phone sex numbers.
It's a I don't know exactly where it is in the game, but I've got the screenshot of it here. It's like a pest control poster that's like on a notice board and says pest control, call 800-555-2545, and there's another number under it that's 800-555-6784. Now apparently, look, I'd imagine that's an American phone number. But apparently if you ring that number, it is like a phone sex chat line. I've actually...
You've reached Last of Us.
Naughty Dog have responded saying that it was a complete accident and they're now planning to remove the offending poster. But I've actually gone the extra step and I've got a recording of what it is that plays when you ring that number. Right, so let me just play it. Just have a listen.
Yes.
666-123-4. We're spread, wet, and ready for you right now. Come on, baby, let's play.
Yeah, baby, tell me how you like it. Come on.
So,
I forgot we were recording.
I think it's break time.
So calling that number.
You know what this says about society? In that, I know some gamer was the one who picked it up. It's like, who is so desperate in their life and has got the time to actually look at like an on-screen I assume it's just like a floating leaflet in the game,
Yeah, it's
and
just
actually
pinned onto an
want
O's
to dial up the numbers on there to see what happens. I mean,
Well,
Maybe.
are you telling me that you never called Jenny on 8675301?
no. That's what porn's
I
for.
called that number one. Oh, it's 309.
Maybe he had a few rats in his house and remembered a number for a pest control. Got something completely
Yeah,
different.
maybe.
It's not pests, it's crabs.
Anyway, that was an interesting piece of news that I came across.
It was.
The Naughty Dog have been in a bit of trouble at the moment because Ellen Page is angry at them for using her face or something like that.
That's a whole lot of crap, though. If
It looked like her.
the trailer's been out
release
for
of it.
ages.
She's
and all
angry
that sort of
because she
stuff.
looks like a 14-year-old girl that's 5 foot tall. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, but
Well, in the
her name's Ellen, and the character's name's Ellie. Nobody pointed that out.
But that was all known for ages.
Yeah.
Like, why get angry now?
Well, what I said back when I heard that,
She didn't get paid for it, that's why.
eat a dick, Ellen Page. That's what I say. Big deal.
yes,
Sorry, continue. Or are you done?
I'm done.
Oh.
That's all I had to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. Alright, Microsoft is Jesus Christ!
Wow.
No.
Well, they thought they were at the release of the
That's
Xbox
incredible.
No, contrary to my comment, Microsoft is not Jesus Christ, but I've just opened up a link that Milesy sent me and it's got a really large head in it.
The origins of Brainiac.
Why did you send that? Disregard.
It looked like the whole reason I said, whoa.
Jesus
I want to see this. What is it?
Right.
Wow! Holy shit!
Right, we're gonna have to
Only
put
in India, folks.
we're gonna have to put that on the page now. Alright, can I continue with the news, please? I'll continue with the news. Alright,
Go.
Microsoft is no longer charging for gaming patches for the Xbox 360. Not sure if this is going to include the Xbox One or if it's solely for the 360 only. But apparently these patches were like up in the tens of $1,000s to patch a game.
Yeah, especially for the indie developers.
That's a massive
which make it
rort.
hard.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean, look, if, well, I know it's on a different system, but if Naughty Dog wanted to patch and take the porn out, it's going to cost them plenty. I'd be like, well,
Yeah.
that shit's staying in there.
The one
Never
thing
a
that Microsoft does that Sony doesn't do is when they patch a game, they actually patch it on the store as well.
Yeah.
Whereas Sony, you have to play the game and then patch it after.
Yeah, so that means, like, if you buy a game right now and download it, immediately...
It's going to be patched.
Yeah, wait, no, on the PS3.
Oh, on
If
the
you
PS3, yeah.
download a game right now on the PS3, you will then be prompted to download the updates, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, see,
Uh,
it's a better service, but screw paying
but that's
10
still
grand.
a lot. Just to make your game a little better
Yeah,
for the fans.
it's a lot of money. But anyway, they're not doing it for the 360 anymore. And hopefully for the indie devs' sake that they take it off the Xbox One as well.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be a lot more about indie developers next gen.
Anyway, I got more Naughty Dog news. They're eager to make an Uncharted movie with Superbad and Pineapple Express writers Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
Okay.
So yeah, apparently they've been bugging them, and they've asked them quite a few times now to make the movie, but they're a little standoffish because they think that no matter what they create, it's just going to be another Indiana Jones and be sort of a bit crap. So they're trying to work out how to make it Uncharted.
Is it Uncharted?
Trying
You
to-
said?
Yeah, Uncharted. So they're trying to make it Uncharted and not too much Indiana Jones. Did somebody turn on a car?
They're basically looking for a good angle to approach it. So
What is that noise?
What is that noise? Holy crap!
Wow.
I can't hear it.
It's probably you.
It was like a loud.
I think you need to replace the mice on the generator there.
That was one thing I was going to say before. Because I don't have internet, I'm using my phone
She's looking at porn.
as a modem. But,
Tubona.
Tubona.
I swear it's not getting
Tubona.
Did you pronounce it right? Alright, anyway. Moving on. There's a new game. Did someone just...
Oh, just on that one there, I want to add...
Oh, okay, go.
When they were saying that they're going to write for...
Uncharted?
Oh, shit, no. I think you covered it all. What I was going to say was, they should have just made Nathan Drake Indiana Jones' son instead of Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Alright, moving on.
Could have been easier. Who would play Nathan Drake is what I want to know.
Oh,
Not Shia LaBeouf.
and definitely not Mark Wahlberg.
Just some random person with Nolan North's voiceover.
Nolan North, he could play.
Hey, if Nolan North hit the gym and worked out and all that stuff, he does look older than Nathan Drake, though. Nathan Drake's in his 20s, and Nolan North is clearly older.
There's plenty of good,
just as long as it's not Seth Rogen. You could change the character's name to Nathan Cake.
Turn into a bad comedy.
And Nathan Drake would never find any treasure because he'd just be on the couch smoking weed.
Nathan Wake and Bake.
Yeah. That's the angle they've got to come at. It won't be Indiana Jones because it'll all just be like a fucked up trip that he's on, where he thinks he's looking for treasure, and people just think he's fucking insane walking around the streets looking at shit on the ground.
It's funny because it's true. Alright, let's move on. There's a new game called Motorbike that's out on the PlayStation Network, and it's very similar.
Is it a car game?
Is it a car game?
It's a motorbike game.
Motorbike is not a car game.
Thanks for clearing that up for me.
It's very similar to Trials HD, but it has one difference.
It is a car game just made by Seth Rogen when he was stoned.
Oh. Fuck the news.
But they're giving us such good topics to laugh at.
Oh man, I spent so much time writing all this stuff out too. Alright, I'll get through it.
Continue.
I'll get through it eventually. Motorbike is a new PlayStation Network game that is very similar to Trials HD, but it has one difference. It sucks balls. If you were looking at getting this game on the PlayStation Network, I would probably recommend buying a PC or a 360 instead and getting Trials HD before dropping your money on this game. It looks disgusting. Have a look at it on YouTube. It looks like a terrible, cheap-ass version of Trials HD. So, just a warning to everyone. If you see that and think, oh, I can finally get the PlayStation version of Trials HD, don't, because I think it's like $15. And they don't give refunds. Moving on to creators of Oddworld Inhabitants. I think they're called Just Add Water. They are requesting permission from Hideo Kojima to start making a Metal Gear Solid remake.
Ooh.
Okay.
What do you reckon of that? That's a bit of a strange mix, don't you think?
Is it going to be written by Seth Rogen?
Shut up. So if you don't,
if
you don't know, Oddworld Inhabitants made was it Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus?
Yeah.
And all those.
With the fart sounds.
What fart sound? Did you just fart?
Everything in that was fart.
Abe's Odyssey.
Oh, you're talking about the game.
Mike.
No, see, the thing is, just before you said that, there was a weird sound that came over my headset.
I think that was Thorncliff. Who's Thorncliff? that person.
I-
That guy
we
right
don't
there.
know for real who he is.
Quite a fan of the show there, Sandy.
I'm still trying to figure everything out.
Oh, but no,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now, where he farts and giggles.
She's a woman. It takes time to process these things.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, Abe would fart and giggle at his own farts. But, yeah.
I really enjoyed that when it first came out.
But, yeah,
I remember playing that when I was like, 13.
but do you reckon they could pull off a Metal Gear Solid remake, though?
Maybe
Abe
not.
as Assault Snake.
Unless
He's
they
got
had
the
the
stealth.
fuck
Is
How good would that be? You know, in the original, how you could knock on the wall to get their attention? He can just drop your guts.
Someone just made a really good fart sound.
Yeah, fart sound. That's what it was.
Easily impress her, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be like
Fart
behind the
noises.
thing, and you'd have like the Colonel come over the codec saying, "Snake, you know you can grab their attention by just."
Yeah.
like,
Having snakes.
He's going to pump out a solid chocolate snake.
you can push this button to get their attention, but if you hold it too long, you will shit yourself.
You'll follow through, and then you'll have Otacon going, "Snake, snake." No, it's okay, Otacon. I just need your underpants.
Trouser Snake.
God, can you come to my position?
I need evac immediately.
Okay, let's get back on track, guys.
I've got a trouser cigar.
No, say it.
There is,
Oh, I need cover from behind.
there's one toilet seat.
Oh.
Hey, come, we can hide in this box.
Oh my god!
I was just taking a sip of
Oh, wait,
drink.
didn't that
I
happen?
really got over my skin.
Didn't that happen in Metal Gear Solid 4? Where the guy shat in the drum?
Just taking a shit.
What was his name?
That's,
Does anyone remember his name?
Oh shit.
Aki or something, wasn't it? Aki? Yeah, AKI, I think it was.
Yeah.
Aki.
Akiba.
Yeah, they called him Aki for short, I think. I just made
Yeah.
that up just to make me sound like I knew what I was talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, Akiba.
His name was Akiba.
He googled it. The Xbox One will support 360 headsets with an adapter. And they've only...
Hey, pay us more money so you can use our old
Yeah,
stuff.
but they've only brought that out because they're not even supplying the console. You don't get one with the console anymore.
You do, but it's one of the shitty corded ones, wasn't it?
Don't
No.
get one.
No.
You actually have to buy it separately and then like a bundle if you get it off their
The
website.
PS4 comes with like just a little one that you put in your ear, like a little earbud. But
Yeah, they
time.
should be. They should be standard.
I think so.
Yeah.
The I don't mean the little headphone earbud one, but like the one I use on my 360 now, the wireless headset,
Oh yeah.
Bluetooth sort of thing.
Anyway, they're gonna
Yeah, headsets should be standard.
sell an adapter. The adapter's probably going to cost more than buying a headset.
Mm.
It's not very
One
similar.
thing, I recently bought a headset for my 360, and I bought it thinking, yes, I can play Bioshock with my headset, and it'll sound awesome and amazing. And I got home, went to set up my headset, and I figured out I needed an adapter to actually use the headset. Like, shouldn't
Yeah.
adapters come with the headsets or something?
When you
like,
say headset, was it like headphones that have a microphone in it?
yeah.
Yeah, because Microsoft.
Otherwise,
tricks
I'd say
you
headphone.
because they're little plugs smaller than
Smart ass.
regular.
Yeah.
No, I'm just clarifying because I'm about to say something because my...
So just say it.
Shut up, I'm going to hang up on you. No, with my one, I've got a is it a Mad Catz? I don't know what it is. Triton. Hang on, I'll just take them off for a sec.
I think it's Triton.
Triton. Triton's the brand, whatever. Triton ones, and that came with the adapter to plug into my 360.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that makes sense. Whereas I bought a Turtle Beach headset.
But did it say on it?
Or my 360.
Did it say compatible?
Yeah, it specified 360.
Oh, well, that should have came with it.
Yeah,
exactly.
sometimes
That's
they
what I
don't.
thought.
It's pretty stupid.
Yeah, hold on to your seat. Turtle Beach is notorious for failing in one of the head earmuff things.
Yeah,
have
I can't
thousands of
remember
them come
exactly
back to our
which
folders.
headset it was that I bought. But, yeah, I just thought it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, I got home thinking, yes, I've got this awesome headset. It'll be great, fantastic. Couldn't use it, needed the adapter, so I had to go all the way back to another store and buy one. And, yeah, I don't know. I found it really
So
disappointing.
you returned it? You didn't?
Being typical me, I thought, oh, fuck it, I'll buy the extra bit that I need for it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Fair enough. Limbo is coming to iOS on the 5th of July. It's apparently only going to be $5.
I'm surprised it
that's
hasn't come
nice.
sooner.
Yeah, I know.
What about for Android?
Don't know. No, it doesn't say. The news I have is for iOS. If you haven't played it yet, and it's been out for quite a while, I recommend getting it. $5 is a good price for that game.
Yeah.
So I don't.
It's been out for about 2 years now, 2.5 years.
Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah, about that.
Because
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Like, I
what
think it
happened
would
to
be
Sean?
fine to play on an iPhone or an iPad as well. I think the controls, they're not too. Like, there's not much to it really. I think
He rage quit us.
there's only two.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Shane just
He's
disappeared.
fallen asleep, has he?
Oh, so he's disappeared.
He'll come back.
He'll be like, guys, call me back. I want to be
Hey.
in.
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah.
Quick, let's rag on him and he won't be able to come back. Sean's a loser.
God damn it,
Sean
Sean.
has herpes.
That's not nice. You're a mean person.
Well, hang on a minute.
It's the first thing that came
If Sean has herpes, then that means I have...
Oh, shit.
Eskimo
it's
brothers.
real.
Never mind.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Haven't you seen The League? Eskimo brothers.
Getting off subject, guys.
Alright, we'll continue on. I got, let's talk about State of Decay and Saints Row 4 being banned in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell, man. We go through all that trouble a year ago to get the R18 instigated.
Read what why the Saints Row 4 got isn't getting it. It's because of the weapon called the anal probe.
It was violence to women, I read. So, Sandy, as a woman, does this make sense to you?
It was mainly apparently the anal probe.
Hang on.
Speak.
Someone's broken up.
Is she lagging?
Someone broken up.
Am I here?
She's lagging.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, no.
No, you're right. Go.
Okay, I'm good. Oh, were you talking to me?
Well, Jason was talking first, so then we'll go to you after that.
Alright.
I have to edit this bit out.
Go.
Jason, go.
Apparently one of the main things was the weapon called the anal probe. It was a 3-pronged weapon with the middle prong being a giant dildo that you would come up behind an enemy or a civilian, and the handle was like a baseball bat handle, and you would insert this anal probe up the anus of the enemy and or civilian, and it would blur out, depicting that it is actually in the anus and as sexual content, and you would then pick them up, point them to the sky, pull a trigger, and they would be shooting into the sky.
That's mad.
and that's apparently one of the main reasons why it's getting refused classification.
Wait, hang on a minute.
You know why?
But how do you...
This is an infringement of copyright because that's my weapon. I made that, except it wasn't a gun. That's my design, damn it.
Standard operating procedure in the New South Wales Police Force, people.
How different is that to the purple dildo they used in Saints Row 3, though?
Yeah, that was just
Or
slapping
San
someone in the
Andreas
face
for
with a
first
dilly on a stick.
Dilly on a stick.
Dilly on a stick.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
This is
Yeah, it's pretty much a willy on a stick.
Yeah, but you're not ramming it up their a-hole.
yeah, you're not ramming it up the anus and then shooting them into
Well,
the
that's
sky
true.
with this
But
massive
it's
dildo.
blurred out. It's okay.
It is blurred out, and that's why they're having problems with it, because also the fact that it's actually being done, and the fact that blurring out depicts that it is sexual violence.
Meh.
I think the same thing will happen as what happened with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it'll eventually get in here, but I don't seem to have too much problem. I mean, just take the weapon out or something and just release it like silently in DLC later.
But the thing is that the whole point of the R18 was brought in so there'd be no restrictions on this sort of content because it's not so much the dildo weapon that's the problem. What I read in an article was the violence towards women in the game, and that's why it was refused classification, not so much dildo weapon.
But I'm sure you can shove the dildo up guys' asses as well, but I don't have a fucking problem with that, do they?
Exactly.
This is why I wanted Sandy's opinion on being a female of the human species. I think that's correct.
Female of the
Well, yes, that is correct. I am female, thank you.
That was, confirm that.
What, he wants photos?
I want proof. It's funny you mention that because earlier today I was looking up a clip of a feminist speaking about video games and how women are objectified in video games, and it actually made me really angry because, say, Princess Peach, she's taken off by Bowser. He keeps her. Mario goes to rescue her. But according to this feminist, Peach is an object because she is not able to rescue herself. She is captured by somebody and no longer a main part of the game. But I think that one thing that lady was to... Pardon?
If that's the case, the bitch can stay up in the tower. She doesn't want to get saved? Fine. But let's roleplay this out for a second, Sandy. You play Princess Peach, I'll be Mario. So you're from the view. You're shut up.
Here we go.
You're from the view of the feminist perspective. So you're a feminist Peach.
It was only taking time for the right moment.
Shut up.
I'm feminist Peach.
Yeah. In this role, you're the feminist Peach.
Where do we go from here?
It's me, Mario. I've come to save you.
Oh, Mario, don't save me. I'm a woman. I can save myself.
Really? You sure about this?
Oh, Mario, don't you objectify me like that.
Okay, fuck you, bitch. I got
Oh, that was awesome.
You've been rehearsing that for weeks, haven't you?
That was so good.
That was good. Well done.
Anyway, to animate this.
Oh dear.
We need some liking our page so we can get some.
Yeah, but all Peach is she's a means to a weak storyline for a fun game, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
But this feminist thinks that the fact that Mario is going to rescue his woman is objectifying her because she can't save herself. By that theory, by what the feminist is saying, is that no woman should expect anyone to help her out. So Mario shouldn't go help Peach. Link shouldn't go help Zelda. These women should be left to fend for themselves,
hey, hold on.
they can go
the
get
Zelda
their
thing a lesbian
pizza
relationship?
or
Pretty sure Link's a girl.
apparently they're brother and sister or something, like Luke and Leia.
So it's incestual as well. Okay.
Yeah, but I think the whole
We're getting off.
I think the idea of
That's the whole point of the show.
of Peach being Mario's woman, I think that's an assumption because I don't. Look,
Yeah, it is an
correct me if
assumption.
I'm wrong, but never, ever has it been mentioned that they are together.
Yeah.
And it might say that it's Mario's princess, but I say that...
He could just be a creepy stalker.
No. But think about it this way. the Queen of England is my queen. That doesn't mean that I'm I'm her partner.
You're the plumber going and saving her from Dallas.
She's my queen because she's the queen of the land that I live in. So Princess Peach is just the princess.
Look, either way, this man is willing to risk his life for this girl. Well, she's some hot chick.
Multiple
This guy's
lives,
into
you
her.
get
He's
more
like,
than
yeah, I want a piece of that. I'll go save her. It might get me some.
But
Yeah.
He's in it for the shrooms. He's like, what's in it for me? We'll give you some shrooms. Oh, okay.
But look, somebody's got to do it, and he puts his hand up. Fuck, let him do it. I wouldn't want to do it. Those turtles are scary.
Exactly. What sort of woman would be like, nah, don't come save me, mate. I'm right. Like, seriously.
Yeah, but there's also the game Mario is Missing, isn't it? Where you play as Luigi and you got to find Mario because he's the one that's fucking.
And then there's also the Peach game as well. There's one where you actually play as Peach.
Yeah, see,
Well, that sounds
it's all
crap.
rubbish.
Yeah, that was Super Mario All Stars. I think I don't know which Mario game it was, but you could play as Luigi, Mario, Peach, or Toad.
Yeah,
That was years ago. I don't remember which one it was, but anyone wants to tell us?
No.
We'd love to hear from you.
I got no clue.
Well, anyway,
They'll-
all you feminists can go eat a big fat dick. They're all probably lesbians.
I am against feminism. I'm not a fan of it.
They're all lesbians, I'm sure, anyway.
But, yes, exactly. But I'm the sort of woman who actually believes that women should be in the kitchen. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm back.
What did you say?
she wants to make us all sandwiches.
Did you say that?
Yay, sandwiches for all!
Did you say that women should be in the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
No offense to any woman who is listening to this, but I'm set in my ways. I'm old-fashioned, women, kitchen, go.
You're like uber feminist. You're so far gone that you're going backwards.
Yeah, I'm so feminist, I believe in the 50s.
Calm down, you might eventually grow a penis.
What is the opposite to a feminist? Is there like a man version of a feminist?
A manist.
A manimist.
A manifier.
There probably isn't a manist. But do you know why? Because they've got better things to do than whinge and bitch about them.
Yes.
Well, all right, I don't actually think we talked much about the actual topic we were talking about, but we'll move on. Gran Turismo 6 demo is launching on the 2nd of July.
Yay!
What's that in, like a few days?
Is that a car game?
It is.
Tuesday.
Yeah, next
That's
Tuesday.
a motorbike.
Yeah, it's not far away at all.
It's a motorbike game. Anyway, so that's coming out. And for those who aren't in the know, it's exclusive to the PS3. So it's not coming out on the PS4. So
Of course.
it's not going to be some weird demo that's available but you can't play because you don't have a PS4 yet. So it's going to be a PS3 game, and it's only on that. It's going to have this.
This is why you own consoles, both of them.
That's right, and I do.
Yes.
Gamers.
Good
Yes,
for
I'm
you.
a good boy. Gamers are going to be able to play the demo purely for fun, or they can.
Your turn the role play.
Boy, I'm going to pat your face.
Comes home from work every night, crawls up in the bed up against his wife. She holds his head in her hands, and he goes, "Am I a good boy?" She's like, "Yes, Luke, you're a good boy." That's all the validation he needs.
Pat's head.
That only happens every second Tuesday, okay?
And then he starts purring.
Gamers can play the game purely for fun, or they can submit a qualifying time, very similar to what they did with the previous demo they released for Gran Turismo 5. That was the previous one. Good counting, thank you, me. Which will give them, they can put in a qualifying time for a chance to advance to the GT Academy for 2013 National Finals. Mate of mine got in the top 50 last time.
Nice.
Well done, Dave, if you're listening, but I know you're not, because you're probably pissed somewhere you're alcoholic. He also gambles a lot. Stop gambling, Dave. Whoops, I named him.
Ooh, gambling. That brings me to I'll just put a butt in here.
Start driving
That
and
brings
getting-
me to a bit of news. If anybody saw my post on the page about I saw it on Xbox Live. I think PlayStation is doing it as well, but they want to introduce gambling with select sports games and a couple of other competitive games on Xbox Live.
I
And
heard about that.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
But it's going to
No.
fail anyway because
No.
they've got Tom Waterhouse doing the ads for it.
Who's Tom Waterhouse?
Really?
That knob that's on all the TV shows whenever you watch the football.
Yeah,
You see
ripping everyone
30,000
off.
ads with Tom Waterhouse.
No.
I'm Tom Waterhouse, and I'm famous because my mum's famous.
Sorry to interrupt again, but speaking of the Xbox One, apparently they were only going to, when they were introducing the console, they said that you had to actually be connected to the internet to play a game. Is that true?
They've
Not anymore.
They removed that after the recent release thing at E3.
News.
They
Yeah,
did
but
a
it's
full
absolutely
backflip on that.
ridiculous. They originally planned that.
Somebody clearly didn't listen to last week's podcast.
I'll quote Luke here. We should probably call it the Xbox One 80.
No, but what did you say, Sandy?
He did.
Sandy?
Oh, I didn't listen to all of last week's podcast.
Oh, really? So you only listened to part of it?
Well, wasn't last week The Last of Us?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but that was like...
Yeah, I didn't want to listen to all of it because I only just started playing it yesterday,
but
and I didn't want to.
I told you it was no
But the
spoilers,
Last of
though.
Us part was like right at the beginning. So you must have
Yeah.
listened
Well, I listened to the last 15 minutes where I was mentioned.
Oh, she loves her own name. Say my name, bitch!
I'm so special.
Moving on.
Alright, well, gamble as much as you want. Apparently it's going to be in small increments, though. Like, you can't gamble like a grand. Like, apparently it's going to be, like, minimal.
Right.
Yeah.
So only.
What's the bet they end up
$500?
changing
Oh,
that?
you probably. Or there'll be a glitch, and boom, there's your house gone.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
why I
a
put down my
glitch
that's why I
protection.
put down that example. Like, I can't wait for that news story. 18-year-old gambles away parents' home on Xbox Live. You know, it's just yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably happen.
You
They'll
got called a
start gambling
motherfucker on Call of
achievement points.
Duty, and
Alright, what else? What other news
start.
have we got?
I've got some PS3 patch 4.46 has been released, which will fix the bricked systems.
That sounds familiar. Did we...
was that the latest patch like bugged it or something like
Yeah,
that?
the one that bugged it and that bricked the consoles, which meant you couldn't use it. So they brought out a new one that's actually fixes the issue. So what you need to do is you download it onto a USB stick from your PC and then boot your PlayStation 3 in safe mode, and it will reload your everything.
Which is
onto it for
pretty
you.
much a similar thing to what you need to do when you, like, upgrade the hard drive yourself. You've got to
Yeah.
do the same sort of thing.
Yep.
So if you've done that before,
so-
which I think that's mainly the consoles that it's affecting, you probably know what to do anyway, because you've done it before.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next, Minecraft has passed 11 million sales on PC and Mac.
Oh,
And horses
yeah.
are coming.
So that brings it up to 22 million at least in totals, with an extra 6 million on Xbox and 5 million on mobile.
That Mojang
that's-
guy'd be happy.
Mm.
Is that a guy or the company?
That's the
Company
company.
Mojang.
The Notch is the guy
Yeah.
that done it. Notch and Jeb.
And they're from Switzerland or Sweden or something?
Yeah, something.
Whatever.
I think so.
But
Yeah.
yeah, there's horses coming too.
Yes.
Nay.
The last one that I had was Limbo is coming to iOS on
I think
July
we
3.
covered that.
where were you about 2 minutes ago?
Was it? That's probably when it shut off.
No, yeah, you probably weren't on, yeah. I already said that. Now you look like an idiot.
Oh,
We love you, Sean. Don't
I
worry
think
about it.
Sandy's got a truck coming past again. Sounds like you can hear,
I live a K from the road.
and then you can hear me, my voice repeating on itself kind of sound like a CV radio.
Yeah.
No, that's the mouse powering the generator, taking a bit of a breather.
Gotta love those Melbourneites, or those Victorianites. Alright, anything else? Anyone got any other news?
Warner Bullions.
You from Warnham?
I'm a
You from
Perniman.
Warrnambool? How do you say it?
I've got a.
Warrnambool.
Warrnambool.
Warnable.
Namble.
That's where that
Warnable.
comedian guy's from. What's his name?
Dave
Dave Hughes, yeah.
He's a dickhead. He nearly run me over with his SUV the last
Yeah.
time. I
I'd
was
fucking try and run you over if I had an SUV and saw you. He's a fucking legend. He's a funny man.
Yes, Dave Hughes.
My funniest Dave Hughes joke, and I'll probably slaughter it. And he was telling the joke about how somebody in the audience said to him that his missus broke up with him on a post-it note. And he goes, "What did the post-it note say? You're dumped, and buy me some milk or something."
I'm sure he said
He said it really. When he said it, it was funny.
He's the one that does the whole straightness of gay men and gayness and straight men act, doesn't he?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I was pretty sure it was him.
Never been a fan of the guy, so.
I'll Google
Since
this.
you tried to run me over.
He's a transvestite.
No.
Oh.
It's a completely different thing.
Never mind.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, completely different person. I was thinking of. never mind.
Anyway, did anyone have news? Someone did.
Yeah, I've got a couple of
Okay.
bits. Apparently, there's a beta going around for Project Spark.
Mm.
I've just put my email in for news about it, so hopefully I'll have a bit of news about it for next week's podcast.
Did you give us news about news
well, why
that you don't
didn't you?
have?
No,
Why
I'm
did
just
you bring
telling
it
you
up
in
there?
case you want to sign up for it, so that way you can get some news about
No,
it.
because that's on the Xbox One. And I'm consolist.
Right, yeah. Anyway, the Warhammer 40k MMO has been bought because it was going to be discontinued after THQ closed down, but the creators of Naughty Bear have picked it up and remaking it.
Heaps good then. So,
It's now called Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade instead of Dark Millennium, I think it was going to be called. So yeah, it should be on Xbox One, PS4, and PC at the end of 2015. So that's going to take a while.
2415.
Yeah, 2015.
Fucking hell. It's going to take a while. I don't think I'm ever going to get to play that game.
Maybe in the next 15 lifetimes. Baldur's Gate was removed from the iOS devices, I think it was. Yeah, Apple devices. Due to Atari's says it was fuck you, what was it? I'm having a mental blank here. I'm just drawing an empty straw here. Yeah, Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition was removed from Apple products. Atari's legal team were all over it because apparently it's put on inappropriately without permissions and all that sort of stuff. So it's been removed from the website, app stores, and all that sort of stuff. I was a little annoyed about that because I was actually going to get that because I love the Baldur's Gate games. Has anyone else played them?
No.
Very briefly, years ago.
They're really
when
good.
I was 10, I think.
I love those games.
You're the only one. Crap.
Didn't Baldur's Gate start off as like a text-based game?
No, Baldur's
It's
Gate.
like the precursor to pretty much all modern fantasy RPGs, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything else?
That's pretty
Cool.
much it.
Anyone else?
I'm looking forward to the Elder Scrolls MMO.
Yeah.
I saw videos of
I think
that. I
that'll
wasn't
be
impressed.
awesome.
I think it should look better than Skyrim.
I haven't played Skyrim.
I
Well,
haven't really looked it up that much.
It's an
Like-
MMO, so you can't really expect it to look good and still play good with current.
Oh, not with that attitude.
You go back to your World of Warcraft, you.
Yes, with that attitude, we'd still be playing
The
Pong.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Think forward. Progress.
I'm waiting more for Defiance and The Division.
But it's an MMO.
Isn't Defiance already out?
Oh yeah, not Defiance. What was it? Division and Destiny.
Yeah, I did see some clips of Division, dude. Rainbow Six.
I'm scared. I'm scared of that game. I was never very good at maths.
What?
It took me a little bit. I'm like, wait. Wow. Learning.
That's all I have to say about that. Alright, are we done for a bit?
Yeah.
Let's have a break. It's like well over break time.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the show at the moment because I want to talk more, but there's too many people on this episode.
So talk.
So I'm going to go on a break and just go and talk to myself in the corner. Okay, is that all right with everyone?
Go ask your wife if you've been a boy.
All right, we'll be back shortly, right after these messages. All right, we're back from our break, and we're going to go straight into the pop quiz, the bit that everybody looks forward to every week.
Change the fucking tune!
It's not a drill. It's weak knees, sweaty palms, and chills. Pop quiz.
Yeah, sweaty palms and chills, yeah.
Why doesn't
that's,
everybody complains about it every single week, yet still nobody has given me an alternative?
Okay, listeners on the page, if any of you are musicians, we're going to have a competition here. The prize is going to be, I don't know, think of something. If you can come up with a date with me. I know how to treat you nice. If you can come up with a pop quiz tune that's better than the one we've already got, send in a sample to the admin on the page, like a link to it or something. And we'll definitely listen to them and choose one, and then we'll declare the winner and stuff. And then I'll take you out on a date.
It's not going to happen. Are you going to go on a date with a dude if the dude wins?
Yeah.
He'll do anything for a pop quiz song.
Pop quiz. Yeah,
or a date with me, either way.
All right.
Oh, there you go, guys.
Look, I think our inbox just maxed out.
We're not live, dude.
Yeah, but if when they listen to it, we'll be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Are we recording yet, or what?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been recording for ages.
Live.
No, it's not live, as in nobody can actually hear the show right now. Well,
past 8:30, my brain's shutting down.
It's like one of those...
Edit every bit that Milesy is.
It's one of those weird space-time continuum things, because then the only time that somebody will be listening to this, then they are listening to it now. But not back then when we recorded it.
Oh, man, you totally blew my
back
mind.
To the future shit.
My brain is hurting.
It's not now when we're recording, but now when they're listening.
Sandy can play her ocarina and play that time song. What is it?
Yeah.
The Song of Time.
Yeah, the Song of Time, the time song, as Luke would say.
Yeah, it's called the Song of Time.
Same with my wall hanger thingy.
Yeah. I wish I could go back in time before I purchased those shitty hooks.
Right.
Double-sided tape.
Alright, well there's 4 of you, I think, last time I did a count. But I've made up 3 buzzers. How good am I at preparation?
I'll make
I was
going
to say, Sandy, you can make up your own. All right. So,
and no, it can't be Chubona.
That's brilliant. All right. So, Milesy, you are cheese helmets.
My cheese helmet! You'll never get me with my cheese helmet.
Would you like some more cheese on your cheese?
This has gone too far.
What? Cheese helmet? That's the NFL team, the Packers, yeah?
What?
No, it's from a movie.
What?
Freddie got big.
The NFL team, it's...
Daddy looks like some sausage. Daddy looks like some sausage.
The only thing I remember from that movie is where he cuts open the deer on the road and tries to crawl inside it.
Yeah, get inside, you animal. I didn't expect that to happen.
Cheese Cheese helmet.
Alright, yes, you are Cheese Helmet. Sean, you're Snuffleupagus.
Yay!
And Jason, you have Chimichanga.
Hey, people.
I'm Chewboner. I have to be Chewboner now.
Chewboner?
Chewboner.
Chobana.
Chewboner.
Chewboner.
Hey, Sandy, what does Chewbacca sound like when he's in heat?
Actually, that's more of a female one.
What's going on?
This is our podcast family.
I'm scared.
Milesy's gone into heat because there's a woman on board. That's as far as I've got out of this.
Alright, anyway, it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one this week because there's 4 of you and there's only 10 questions. So, it has a potential.
Is it Star Wars? I'm good.
Are there any Star Wars questions?
Probably not. Let me guess, they're all
Have there been any
Nintendo
recent
related.
Star Wars
There are
games?
no Star Wars questions from memory.
I'm screwed.
Alright.
So we're not going to hear Chewboner?
Alright, question number 1. There is the next one. Question 2 is a music-related one. Question number 1. That's getting ahead of ourselves. Question number 1. Now, sorry, just to remind you, this is not multiple choice. So, eat a dick, you're going to have to come up with the answers yourself. Which gaming console used CDs with a black data surface?
Snuffleupagus.
Ooh, Snuffleupagus.
Well, I know that
Sean.
one.
I know it.
PS2.
Boom.
That's wrong.
Helmet.
Yeah, that's
Cheese
wrong.
helmet.
Cheese helmet.
It's wrong.
PlayStation
PlayStation 1.
Yeah, shit.
Milesy.
I only used burnt discs for PS1.
Oh,
Hey, Sandy, did you do what I used to do? Go to Jack's Games, hire the game out, burn it, and then take it back?
Yeah, my first console that I owned myself was a PS1, and my dad actually burnt all of the games for me, so I didn't actually know whether they were black or white or whatever. You know, I'm not racist or anything, but mine were white.
well, it's
the first sign of a racist is someone says, I'm not a racist or anything.
But
it's nice to know that you ripped off a company for all those years. Lovely.
It was my dad's fault. He's a cheaper.
Thank you.
Alright, no, I had my PS1 chipped as well.
Everyone did.
Yeah, it was great. Alright, do we want question number 2? Alright, now these, you have to listen to these 2 songs. They're just short little cuts of 2 songs, and you have to tell me what they have in common.
Yeah.
She paints her nails and she don't know. He's got her best friend on the phone. She'll wash her hair, his dirty clothes.
Sounds like Sandy.
Excuse me?
Painting your nails, washing my not my clothes, but washing a guy's clothes. It's like the classic woman, you know?
You wish I was washing your clothes.
Oh!
Look out!
Second song.
Second
That's all I
song,
have to
yeah.
say about that is, oh. Alright, listen, second, alright, the next one.
I was with you.
Now, this, you really,
Well, it's about girls.
you really,
That's what they have in common.
no, you really need to know the words to the song to sort of pick up on what it is.
Some
Well,
of
I
the
couldn't
like
quite
a
hear
woman
it
was
because
getting-
Milesy was ruining it for me, as he does with everything.
Well, no, those sections of the song don't have the words. Doesn't have. It's not the whole song, obviously. So you're going to have to know most of it.
I'm just going to go with the fact that it's someone talking about women. That's all.
I'm using my deduction skills that the first song's about a woman doesn't know she's getting cheated on, and then the second song's about a woman cheating on, or left a guy and cheating on a guy. So I think cheating's a key thing here.
No.
No?
No cheating in games.
Not that.
Jason, Sean, have a stab. Just make up a guess.
Oh, I nearly snorted.
Jason, Sean.
I have no idea.
Is it out of respect for Chapo because the song's you and he's
It's not. It's Forget You, okay? It's the nice version.
Love you, Chapo.
Miles just sings it wrong.
No, that's the actual song is F you. They
Yeah,
just changed
I know,
it
and
to
I'm using the nice version, but I don't know why.
Yes, because we haven't sworn at all ever on this podcast.
Yeah, with such little
Until we got Chapo in.
Alright, so Jason...
I don't think I have.
Yeah, you
I'm
said
innocent.
dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, did I have rebellious of me? I never do that. I usually say fudgery.
Nah.
I'm such a lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lady that wants...
She says as she drinks her beer.
A lady that thinks all women
just
should be in the bloody kitchen. Sean, are you having a crack?
I'm Skyping out big time. I don't know what.
Stop looking at porn.
It's funny.
He's lost it. He's
Skyping.
looking up cheap bonus.
Alright, I'll play back two different parts of the song which give away, which I thought might have been obvious considering the nature of...
I don't listen.
No, considering the nature of our podcast. But have a listen.
He said Nintendo!
Alright, so
They're talking about playing
yes,
games!
there were video game references in both of those songs.
Yes, the first one said Nintendo and the other one said about playing games.
That's what it is.
Xbox.
Am I too late to chime in?
Well, considering what I just played then was the answers, that's equivalent to saying, yes, the answer to this question is D. Oh, D! D! It's D! It's D, damn you!
I only just put my glasses on, so I only just became smart.
Well, I'm giving Sandy a point for that one.
Sandy, the answer is... What was the first one? Nintendo, and the other one is Atari and Xbox.
It's D.
Gaming
D.
related. Pass it on.
Shut up, Milesy.
Alright, I won't be doing a question like that ever again.
You crap.
Oh.
Hey!
Finally, someone that can rival my own wit.
What, a brick?
Wait, is that what you call
There's a brick on the podcast. A brick from The Last of Us is on the podcast. Hello, Brick, how are you?
I'm very British, thank you for asking.
He's British. Are you from Britain?
Oh, yeah, that's quite there.
Just a little British.
Alright, question number 3.
Say I'm quite a square...
Shut up, Milesy.
I agree. Question number 3. What game was Red Dead Redemption a successor to? Snuffleupagus! Correct, well done. You get a point.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting.
A single
The
point.
only person that hasn't got a point yet is Jason. I like this game.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like ruling
I don't like
on top of the
this game.
pyramid for so long.
Yeah, it was like an 8-win streak or something like that.
Yeah, until you know who the first person it was that beat you?
It was
The guest, special
No,
guest, wasn't it?
Rocket
It was,
Man.
me, it was me, wasn't it? I mean, from the show.
It was
Yeah,
Rocket
from the
Man,
show.
to be-
From, like, out of
Oh,
us.
well then you beat me
Yeah.
after.
And then I beat you.
Have you guys had a girl on here before?
No.
Chapo.
Like I said,
No.
sausage first.
You're the first female. That doesn't say anything about us.
Yeah.
I'm crumping right
Now,
now.
you are the first front bum.
That makes me look so much more appealing. Front bum. Uh-huh.
Like I say, we keep it classy.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I like all amounts of
yeah,
class.
you can take your
Yeah,
class all the way to the toilets.
Yeah,
You can take your
I'm
class
pretty
on
sure
an
we were
excursion.
talking about
What the hell
tits on some comments the other day. The
How good
Thorncliff.
are tits?
Oh yeah, man. Oh,
Hey, is that a boat? A motorboat? We love motorboating. Freaking Deadpool.
All right.
I thought we were like forwarding for a second there. Okay, next
I
question.
agree. Question number 4. In Super Mario Brothers, what is the explanation given for where the randomly placed blocks come from? You know, the blocks in the game?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's a good question.
The only thing I can think of with randomly placed blocks is Super Mario Brothers on the Wii U. When you the second person is a controller and they actually place the blocks for you, so you can jump up places.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Oh, it's
the blocks that you
that's the only one I
blocks
can
that
think
you
of.
break in the Mario games.
The question boxes and that.
When Mario takes too many mushrooms.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, Milesy. The mushrooms.
So,
You guys
in
and your
Super Mario
mushrooms.
Brothers, what is the explanation given for where the randomly placed blocks come from? So the bricks that you break, where did they come from?
I had no idea.
No?
Your mother's ass.
I think she's getting a little bit intoxicated.
She's hanging around us.
I'm going to give a point to Sandi for that one.
Come on, Jason, you should know this one.
Do I get a point
No,
for
you
that?
don't, you rude bitch.
Sorry, Aussie Gamer fans, we're having a bit of technical difficulties here.
We'll be
Things seem
right
to have gotten
back.
a bit out of hand.
Best episode
Anywho.
ever. Alright, the answer is, when the Koopas invaded the Mushroom Kingdom, they turned its people into blocks.
That's lame.
Yeah, I was way
I
off.
suddenly feel bad about breaking the blocks now.
Yeah, you're killing the mushroom people. Alright, question 5 is still on Mario, because I know how much Milesy loves Nintendo stuff.
It's not me, Mario.
What does Mario use to break the blocks?
His ass.
You gotta buzz in.
Jeez,
You need to buzz in.
helmet.
Chewbona.
Hey, I was first. You shut up, you.
Shut up.
Snuffleupagus was first to buzz in. That's
Isn't that
Sean,
Thorncliff?
yes. Thorncliff.
Go.
His head.
Bow, that's incorrect. Anyone else?
Cheese helmet?
Cheese
Chewbona?
helmet.
Does he use his
He does use his fist, as easy as that.
fist in the brick?
He fists them to death.
So,
Yeah.
so essentially he's
Passes them
fisting
to
the
death.
entire population of the
Yes.
Mushroom Kingdom.
You could say he's just brutally murdering them with his
After
fists.
fisting the mushroom people, they need surgery to put them back together again.
Yep, because that's how Mario does it. When it's waiting for his pizza.
Bitch, you can stay up in that tower.
Alright, that was question 5.
Sablada, my pizza.
What were you going to say? What did you think it was, Sandi? His art.
Me. Oh,
His
his
arse.
ass.
Have you played a Mario game before?
Yeah.
And twisted
Yeah.
version.
Can you say when he breaks the blocks?
You can do that double jump and like the drop down with his ass.
Yeah.
He does like the
Sorry,
like
that's what I
the
was
ground
Not,
thinking.
stuff.
not in
When
Super
he,
Mario Brothers, you can't do that.
Oh. Never mind.
Somebody was
Ignore me.
assuming what the question was without actually listening to it.
You're doing
Can
what
you
I
please
do
say
every week.
exactly what the question was again?
Pardon?
Can you please say exactly what the question was again?
Question 5 was running off question 4, which question 4 was, in Super Mario Brothers, what is the explanation given for where the randomly placed blocks come from? Still on Mario, what does he use to break those blocks?
Yeah, I thought it was his ass.
Well, you can, in some games you can use his ass.
I
Yeah.
think I'm thinking of Super Mario 64 when he actually, he does his jump up and then flip down when he uses his butt to break everything.
But, no, in the original ones he
That's what
jumps
I'm
up and
thinking
he
of.
puts his fist in the air. And
Yeah.
Oh, see, 64 was when I really started playing Mario. Oh, I'm probably younger than you guys.
How old are you?
19.
I'm 19.
I wasn't asking you, dipshit.
Now I'm
How old are you? Oh, we're not allowed to ask that of
well,
all.
I don't really want to say it online or anything, but I'm
24,
24.
you're a child.
Says the old
Thank
man.
you.
Got you both.
Wait, Miles is the same age as me.
Yeah, he's a child too.
Months older.
Yeah, but he's also child-minded.
I'm 25. Yeah, that's acceptable.
I was going to say moron,
Yes.
but
This is true.
I'm a child in a man's body.
sure.
Wouldn't want it any other
Oh,
way.
I'm the biggest kid you'll ever
All
meet.
right. Kids,
met you.
kids.
Anyway,
Bring it
let's
in
move
order.
on. Let's
Question
go on.
number 6 is another Nintendo one. In the Zelda universe,
Oh! Okay.
where is Link the hero of?
Cheesehead.
Chibona!
Chewbona technically is the correct one. Yours is Chief Helmet, Milesy. So,
Oh,
Chewbona.
Oh, he's the hero of... Well, it depends on how technical you're getting here, because he's the hero of Hyrule, as he rescues Hyrule from devastation from Ganondorf, or he is the hero of Zelda, because he rescues Zelda.
Yeah, fair enough, but the answer was Hyrule, so you get it. Nice
Bitches!
nice elaboration, well done.
Thank you. Go me,
You
yay!
fucking nerd. Oh dear.
oh, Jesus.
I love this show.
For the term geek.
Yeah, we'll have to take that, but
Alright. Question 7. What was the name of the mobile phone company Nokia's handheld gaming system?
Chimichangas.
Jason.
The
That's
N-Gage.
correct. Well done, you finally get a point. Where have you been?
I remember playing Tomb Raider on the N-Gage.
I had an
Nerds
N-Gage.
for N-Gage.
I actually found it at a, those like car wash things where you can put the money in and wash it?
yeah, he found it, quote unquote, after beating up a suspect, quote unquote.
What do you mean beat up a suspect?
After
I
finding the person.
I think I was like 17 and I found it just on the like gutter or whatever. And I now know that I did the wrong thing, but I ended up going, how good's this? There's nobody around. Clearly somebody's just left it here. I'm going to sell this on eBay. That's the wrong thing to do. That's stealing. So don't do that, people.
Naughty
That and everything's
child.
got a GPS in it nowadays, and the cops will come track you down anyway, so.
Well, they do, yeah. But if they turned... No, I'm not going to tell you how to get around that.
Inside info here, folks.
All right, question
Google's
number 8. Steve Downs, the voice of Halo's Master Chef.
Sounds good.
Master Chief. I always call him Master Chef too. All right, Steve Downs, the voice of Halo's Master Chief, has what other full-time job?
Cheers,
Cheese
helmet.
helmet.
I just wanted to say Steve Downs syndrome.
Why? That's horrible.
Full-time job, let's see. I'm gonna go with stuntman.
No, that's incorrect, surprisingly.
Game
Nuffleupagus.
designer.
Got to buzz in, people.
Nuffleupagus.
Nuffleupagus.
Chibona.
He works in a pizza shop.
That's incorrect, but I like your guessing. And I heard Chewbona get in there just after.
Yeah, I was just going to say game
That's
designer.
incorrect. Jason, do you want to have a crack?
I'll have a crack.
I've heard.
Of course you
I've
will.
heard you're keen on the crack.
Better than having a penis.
I can vouch for that.
I've heard Sandy loves the crack.
Sandy,
How many things have you said about me, Milesy?
Wait, no, not Sandy. Sand in the crack.
Ah, right. I got ya.
Probably all established that in the previous show.
Cough. Cough.
Right.
I'm gonna go with mocap
No,
actor.
he's a DJ for a radio station in Chicago. Chicago.
Hey, folks, this is Master Chief coming at you with the top 40.
Isn't one of the guys from Game of Thrones a DJ or something?
Yeah. Hodor.
Is he?
Hodor.
Hodor's
Yeah.
gonna Hodor.
Hodor, stop Hodoring!
Is he really? He's got a massive schlong.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
He's naked.
I mean,
He's got a
cool.
chubona.
Good to hear.
I bet you that's the first thing he did after watching Game of Thrones. He's like, I wonder how big his dick is. Let's Google
No,
it, you know?
seriously, he's naked in one of the episodes.
I'm gonna Google it now.
Like he goes full frontal nude in one of the episodes, and he's like, one of the girls makes the comment, "Wow, he really is a giant," or something to that effect.
I'm looking that up. After
Hodor's.
this.
That was Tonks that said that.
I don't
wasn't it?
remember.
Which episode?
Tonks, yes, I call her Tonks too.
Which one's Tonks?
Sorry, that was the one that's in Harry
the
Potter.
wildling.
Harry Potter.
The wild.
I don't watch. I haven't seen Harry Potter.
I prefer
Oh,
the term
wow.
geek.
This is the longest 10 questions I've ever gone through. It's good. Alright, we'll leave Hodor's penis till later. Question
Yeah, well, I'm gonna look that up on my own
Question
later.
9, you got to print it and put it on your wall. In Grand Theft Auto 4, what happens when you enter a cop car?
The helicopters come over.
I'm not hearing any buzzers.
Steve
Jeez,
Thomas,
helmet.
Cheeseburger!
Milesy.
you get shotgun ammunition, and the lights turn on.
And the lights turn
Fair
on.
enough.
I'll see what everybody else's answers are. Chibona.
Chimichanga.
Yeah, Cheeseburger's next. Shut up. The helicopters start coming
No,
up
you're
to
wrong.
you.
Jason.
Fuck.
Chimichangas. I'm gonna go with you can. It gives you the indication that you can actually do what is it? Vigilante
No,
missions.
Yeah, you
Sure.
suck.
What was the question again?
In Grand Theft Auto 4,
I
what
swiped
happens
out.
when you enter a cop car?
What happens when you enter a cop
Yeah.
car? I don't know. You fucking park at Dunkin' Donuts and have some donuts or something?
Alright, I'm giving it to Milesy.
Like Wayne's
Milesy's getting a
World.
point.
Oh, I got
Yeah,
it, did I?
you get a shotgun, but you do get shotgun ammo too, so yeah, you're right.
Oh. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
guessed that.
So you automatically acquire a shotgun, because apparently all cop cars have shotguns in America. Crazy fuckers.
Of course they do.
Okay, question number 10.
Star Wars question, please.
No.
Check out the link on Skype.
Yeah, I just did. It's got some redirect notice.
Yeah, I pushed the top one.
That's what I did. Why am I? Is it got Hodor's penis? Oh, it does!
Wait, I'm waiting for it to load.
That's not that big.
Oh, I can't open anything without Skype going crazy.
Oh, you're missing
There's
out.
one with a bow
No, I
on it.
don't see penis.
Hodor.
No penis for me. Only you guys. Why is it only the girl who doesn't get to see it?
I don't know.
Hodor.
Alright, well you
So
guys
that's where all
enjoy
its
that.
brains are.
All right, question number 10. Question number 10, everybody. It's a close one. Do we want the scores?
No.
I think it's
Jason
the end.
won.
All right, question number 10. In Call of Duty 4, what is the name? What is the name of the enemy that gets his arms sniped off?
Oh, Chimichangas.
Chimichangas.
That'll be Imran
How the fuck
Zakayev.
do you know that? That's correct.
He plays a lot of
Yeah.
COD. I'm surprised you don't play.
Unfair. I call
Sandy,
rematch.
I'm surprised you don't play COD. I mean, COD,
I-
not Call of Duty, but COD, because every girl we seem to meet or talk to who plays video games, they all play COD.
That is because every girl you have met is not a real gamer and they do not really play video games except for COD.
Exactly,
Alright, I've got
that's the point I'm making. They're all
question 11.
Yes. Ooh, 11. I like
What
it.
episode,
Yes, that was more.
or what is the name of episode 4?
Of
Of
what?
Star Wars.
Snuffleupagus. A New Hope.
Jeez, no.
Snuffleupagus.
Chewbacca!
She's throwing that Chewbacca around the place.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sandy, but I heard. This is what I heard. Look, correct me. I might have to go back to the audio referee, but all I heard was Snuffleupagus, A New Hope.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anyone say Snuffleupagus before they said it.
I heard
I didn't even
Snuffleupagus.
hear you say
That's
Star
not fair! Good job!
And then she started throwing that Chewbacca around the
Need
room.
to kill myself, I don't like it.
Someone's drunk.
Question 12. Oh, I think Star Wars.
Who created the rule of two?
What is the name of the horse-like creature that they ride on Hoth?
Cheers, Helmet.
Sandy, what are you doing?
Well, I know what it is, but I knew that time when you for me. I forgot what my name was.
Sandy,
I know what it's called. It's a tauntaun.
It's actually a tauntaun, not a tauntaun.
No, it's a tauntaun. Shut up.
Tauntaun.
it's a T-A-U-N.
God, I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
T-A-U-N to the power of 2, okay? Tauntaun.
I'm actually better at the questions that are more to the expanded universe. Like who created the rule of two, who his first apprentice was, who his second apprentice was, blah, 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 blah.
So you know the answers to all the questions that you know the answers to, is what you're trying to say.
Yes. The force is with me.
Okay, well, look, the winner of this week's pop quiz.
It's so me by default.
Well, look, if I give you that answer, the Tauntaun one, even though you didn't buzz in, you would tie with Milesy.
I still lose.
You would tie with Milesy.
Ooh.
Okay, however...
Can we battle between us or something?
Wait, what?
Star Wars battle.
I'm thinking mud wrestling with Star Wars theme.
I'd go for that.
I'm not watching...
I would have to be a Twi'lek if I was mud wrestling because they are the slaves of the universe.
I don't want to watch fucking Milesy
Maybe
with his
by
hairy
your
ass
head.
covered in mud and all that.
Head tentacles.
Alright, look, no,
They're called Leku.
Sandy?
The head tentacles are called Leku.
Sandy, you are the
Sorry,
special
yes.
guest, but you fucking
Yes.
lost, alright?
I am.
We don't give hot chicks any concessions.
Officially, the winner of this week's pop quiz is Milesy. Congratulations.
Damn effing
Which
straight.
would...
I no longer associate with you, Milesy. I'm looking at your picture right now. I'm pointing at you right now.
Okay,
Good. I don't want to.
followed by the rest of you guys on 2.
Yeah.
No, I can't make a Chewbacca sound without it making sound like it would be some sort of innuendo.
In whose endo?
Sounds like a fat.
Alright, okay, you can, this is where you can try and redeem yourself and see if you can get this week's, What's That Sound?
Okay.
Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
We should totally one day.
I want to play some Vietnam game.
Everybody, just we
Play the
get
sound.
everybody in the Aussie Gamers just to like remake those songs with just our voices.
Yeah,
be fun.
we'll do that in 2025.
Yeah, we'll do that in 2004-15.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, no, I reckon it's
24-15.
Freaking sound.
Alright, so you want to hear the sound? You heard the lady? Alright, listen up and listen up good.
I think there's something you should know about me. I just happen to...
There, so we'll leave this to Sandy first, so give her a chance. Do you know what that is?
I'm gonna gonna cry. You lost me. Play it again.
Play it again, Sam.
I think there's something you should know about me. I just happen to...
Jeez.
Man, I really want to
lost me.
continue the song.
All I can see on my screen is.
Jason, you know what it is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Is anybody else?
Nah, I'm gone.
You don't know it, Sandy?
No, I don't.
I love that song.
I feel like I
Milesy?
should.
Nah, man.
Sean?
Oh, wow.
It's not that stupid robot from
I'd hate you if
Borderlands,
you got
is
it.
Robot
No,
from Borderlands?
Oh my god, it is
Yeah, it's
not
not
Claptrap.
Claptrap.
It was Claptrap.
It's not
No,
Claptrap.
Claptrap.
No.
Claptrap is so
not.
cool. It's
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
it's the opening song from Trials Revolution.
I think there's something you should know about me. I just happen to...
Yes, that's the intro music to Trials Evolution.
And there's another one as well. There's a different one that plays.
I don't
as well.
play games with that gangster crap.
Yeah, haven't you played Trials?
It's only at the start of that game.
Have you not played Trials? You.
Who?
No.
You should.
It's a really
game.
good game. It's a good downloadable game.
It is a very addictive game.
How much is it? 12? Or is it down to...
There's...
It's 1,200, I think, on my. On
yeah,
Xbox.
1,200 Microsoft points.
Does it have does PS3 have a free demo or
No.
something?
It's
No,
exclusive.
because the one that's coming to PS3 is
Yeah,
Motorbike.
do you remember tonight when we did the news and all that sort of stuff and I talked about it?
Yes.
You know that car racing game called Motorbike?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the one Seth Rogen did,
Yes,
right?
that's it.
Yeah, the one that Seth Rogen made.
Correct. Well, that's it. That's all I got. It brings us to the end of episode 30. You know what that means? That means this is a triumph.
This was a triumph.
Wait, we've been on here for like 2.5 hours.
What's that?
I'm making a note here.
Yeah, but it seems like a
2
lifetime,
hours
doesn't it?
and 7 recording time so far.
Yes.
So,
What happened to Sean?
Cousin's
He's died?
wondering where I am.
Still here.
That's episode
Hey, Sean's alive.
really short. We tried to have 40 minutes.
alright.
Yeah, definitely intoxicated.
Stand by for messages.
Oh,
Now that we're at the end of our show,
on.
please take the time to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/AussieGamers2012. You can also download this podcast on iTunes, where you can rate, review, and subscribe. Please review and rate us and give us 5 stars and all that sort of jazz. You can follow us on Twitter at Lucas, that's LEWKAS, for all the Aussie Gamers updates, plus some few little extra ones that I chuck on there. Go to AussieGamers2012.podbean.com if you'd like to download the show without the use of iTunes. Also, check out Stitcher.com. It's an app for your
full
iPhone.
of female influence.
What? Stitch.
Sorry, I said it's all the female influence. Check
Check out. Gotcha.
Girls on the brain.
I wasn't following there. Stitcher.com and Podcast Garden as well has us on there now. Yeah, that's it.
Don't be afraid to contribute, guys. If you got something to say, go on the page and say it, you know. Even if you're usually a shy person, you know, just do it, you know.
Like
Just
me.
surprised.
Yeah, you're so shy, Sandy.
Community.
I'm surprised myself.
Yeah, the alcohol helps, doesn't it?
Have you been drinking?
Well, I think I'm 4 beers down now.
Stranger things have happened.
Oh yes,
Sean's
that is
usually
true.
the pissed
We
one.
should record a podcast with us all, you know, with our favourite
Yeah, we're all-
alcoholics and see what happens.
We should record the moments between the shows.
Yeah, the private chats. On the, amongst
Yeah.
Some of those private chats will lead to us getting arrested.
Why you?
Not to incriminate ourselves in any way.
Yeah. Sean, that thing you said you were doing to that bunny rabbit? Oh. That's a disgrace.
I wish I could have joined in. What?
Wasn't it your bunny rabbit? Oh dear. Sandi, has been a pleasure having you on, and
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
what was that?
I said thank you.
Oh,
I've
lovely.
enjoyed
Sorry,
it.
no, you Skyped out. So,
Stupid scrotum.
what'd you call me? Scrotum?
You stupid
That's what
scrotum.
it sounded like.
Did
Like,
too.
random something, you know.
Oh dear.
Phone modem.
I'd just like to point out, scrotums have many minds in them.
Dyslexic.
Far out. Well, look, you are welcome on the show anytime. It's been great. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Does
I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
anybody have anything to say before I press the square button?
Goodbye.
Just like how much you love me and stuff. You know.
What? Oh yeah, we totally
We've
love you.
broken up and stuff.
Totally. Yeah, thanks, Sandi. Yeah, good.
Yay!
Thanks for being aboard. It's been
Hopefully our female ratings will go up, and because that's what we know. We want to accommodate to everybody on the show. You know,
gamers do
girls,
talk.
guys, transgendered, you know, animals.
Milesy. Oh, that's what we should do. Like, I'm going to put headphones on my dog and make her listen to the show.
Oh, if we're putting headphones on dogs, I need to find like 3 more headsets.
Just
The dog will start getting
5 if you
educated.
count all the dogs that are
What a
here. But,
crazy-
you know,
keep Sean away from
Crazy.
your pet bunny.
not my little
Yeah,
Zelda.
keep it away from Zelda.
The name will just get going.
Terrible. I got to say hi to Dylan Bartlett as well. He's been popping up on Steam.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Mr.
saying how-
Bartlett.
One of the very enthusiastic fans of the page, and thank you for your support. We appreciate
Dude,
it.
you got mentioned at the start of the show
excuse
and
me.
at the end of the show.
Enthusiastic fans to the page. Excuse me. Hello. I got you guys like 13 likes.
Yeah, we
Okay,
we got
talked up.
ourselves.
You got 13 likes. We got the other
Yeah, that's it.
500.
Shut up! Oh my
Okay.
god, I've got like 0
No,
friends. I
we
did
appreciate that. Thank you
Shut
very
up.
much. As long as they're not like your auntie and uncle that aren't even going to do anything on there. Are they?
No, get your mum to
No,
like the page.
but I'll
That's-
get my
that's-
mum
that's
to like the page.
yeah,
My mum
there
played
you go.
Zelda before.
Yeah, like
I did.
Milesy. Even Milesy's mum loves it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My
I've
mum-
got supportive
That's
parents.
totally
Joel.
going.
Yeah, you are. Sean's mum likes it too.
My mum
Yeah,
played
my mum's on
Zelda
the page.
8 times before I finished it.
All right, this conversation is slowly going down the track.
Mums
that-
unite. You need to make a mums gamer page.
Mums of gamers. We're so ashamed of our children.
Have you listened to their terrible podcast?
No,
They
my
swear on
mum.
the podcast. And that's Sandy talking about Star Wars porn.
All right, kids.
Yeah, they can hear me talking about Star
All
Wars
right.
porn. Anyway,
Rule 43 or whatever it was. 20.
I'm going to get
34.
questions after this.
Stupid rule. All right, see you later, everyone. We'll see you next week for episode 31.
Ciao.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.